Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, we are the students of English language and we all are studying this language as a second or third language. Why? Because English is not our mother tongue. Okay, now when you want to master any language, when you want to study any language, this language is studied on four different levels, right? We all know that if you want to study or master a language, you can focus on these four levels, and they are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. So, friends, in this video, we are going to focus more on writing of English language. And when we are talking about written English language, then we need to study the syntax of English language. So, friends, in this video, we will discuss the definition of syntax. We'll also go through different types of syntax in English language. Friends, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, all these different forms of expression, they are used in all languages around the world. Okay, but when you want to write a particular language, then he or she has to follow some prescribed norms or some patterns of that language. You need to follow the rules of grammar of that language when you are going to write in that language. Okay, and every language has its own pattern, it has its own structure of writing or of making some sentences which are meaningful sentences. Okay, so when you are studying the structure of a sentence, that means that you are studying the syntax of that language. In common terms, this structure of language or the pattern of the sentence that we are studying is known as syntax. Okay, but if you want a precise definition of syntax, then you can say that syntax is the grammatical structure of words and phrases to create some coherent sentences. Okay, let me explain this definition to you. What is syntax? Syntax means the grammatical structure of words and phrases. Okay, when you are writing a language, you need some words. Okay, you need some phrases. Phrases means group of words. Okay, now how to arrange these groups of words in a sentence? For that, there are some prescribed rules given by the grammarians, and these rules are known as a pattern or a structure of a language, and that pattern or structure of words in sentences is known as syntax. Okay, now the format in which the words and phrases are arranged to create some meaningful sentences is called syntax. Okay, the words must be arranged in such a manner that the sentences must give some meanings to the listener. Okay, like let's try to understand this definition through one example. Say for example, we have some words like learn, Learn. We have another word language, another word I, and the next word English. Okay, we have these four words with us. Now, if you want to make a meaningful sentence out of these four words, then these are the possibilities. Okay, you may say learn English language I, or you may say English I language learn, or you may say language learn I English. Okay, or you may say I learn English language. Now the first three sentences are incorrect sentences. Why? Because we are not following the syntax of English language in the first three sentences. And the last fourth sentence, I learn English language, is a correct sentence. Why? Because in this sentence we have followed the syntax, the structure of sentence in English. Okay, what is the structure of sentence? The structure of a sentence, of a meaningful sentence in English language, is subject, verb and object. Subject means the doer of the action, one who is doing the action. That is called the subject. In this example, I learn English language. In this sentence, I is your subject. Why? Because learn is the verb. Who is doing this act of learning? The act of learning is done by I. So the one who is doing the action is known as the subject. Okay, I learn English language. So I is the subject, learn is the verb, and English language is the object. So when you are following this pattern of subject, verb and object, it is called the correct pattern, the correct syntax of English language. And when you are constructing the sentences in this manner, it is called the correct and meaningful sentence. Okay, now let's look at some more examples of how meaningful sentences can be formed while changing the order of the words in a sentence, and a sentence can be rearranged to create different syntax. Okay, the same words you can use in a different manner, but still you can change the order of the words and still you can make the meaningful sentence. Friends, in one of my previous videos, I talked about Sanskrit language, right? In Sanskrit, the order of the words can be changed and without violating, without disturbing the meaning of the sentence. Okay? But in English language, you have to be very careful while changing the order of the sentence. Take this example. The boy jumped happily. Okay? Here the subject is the boy and the verb is jumped. Subject, verb. And happily is the adverb. Right? Subject, verb and adverb. The boy jumped happily is a correct sentence. Or you can change the order and you can say the boy happily jumped. This is also correct. Or you can say the sentence happily the boy jumped. This is also correct. Here we can change the order of the words without harming the meaning of the sentence. Now in this example, the basic syntax of English language, subject plus verb plus object, remains the same. We are not violating this basic pattern, the basic structure. Okay, but the position of the adverb, which is the adverb happily, is changed. Okay, by rearranging just one word in a sentence, a variety of syntax can be formed in English language. Okay. Now all these three sentences which we have taken here, the boy jumped happily, the boy happily jumped, and happily the boy jumped. All these three sentences are correct in their own pattern. Okay. And they are meaningful also. But it must be remembered that the words or the phrases, the groups of words must follow the rules of English sentence or English syntax for correct arrangement to write meaningful sentences. Okay, so friends, let me summarize that syntax means the pattern, the structure, or the rules, the grammatical rules which govern the sentence structure of a sentence. Friends, when we are talking about syntax, you must also understand the difference between syntax and diction. Okay, what is syntax? Syntax is the arrangement of words that make a sentence, right? That we discussed just now. And what is diction? Diction is the choice and arrangement of words in a sentence. So, diction is more concerned with the choice of words, and syntax is more concerned with the arrangement of these words. So, there is a slight difference between diction and syntax. Now, the following examples have similar syntax but different diction. Say, for example, take this sentence: the boy learnt English happily. Okay, the boy learnt English happily. The next sentence: the girl cooked a delicious dish. And the third sentence: the dog barked loudly. All these three sentences are following proper pattern. Okay, subject, verb, object. This pattern of English syntax. Now mark these two sentences. The dog learned English happily. Here the subject is the dog, the verb is learnt, and English is the object. So subject, verb and object. We are following the pattern. We are following the syntax. So syntax is correct. But friends, remember, diction is wrong. Why? Because the choice of words, we are making a mistake. The dog learned English happily. It is a meaningless sentence. In the same manner, take this example. The boy barked loudly. Here, the boy is the subject, barked is the verb, and loudly is an adverb. So, subject, verb, we are following the pattern. So, the syntax is correct, but the diction is wrong. So, such mistakes must be avoided. Take another example. This sentence is very popular among the grammarians or among the students who are learning syntax. This example, I love this one. Colorless green ideas slapped furiously. Okay? Colorless green ideas slapped furiously. Now in this sentence, we are following the pattern of subject, verb, object. What is the subject in this sentence? The subject is colorless green ideas. This is the subject. Slapped is the verb. So we are following the proper pattern, but this sentence is meaningless. Why? Because the diction is wrong. On the one hand, we say colorless ideas. On the other hand, we are using the adjective green. Now, if it is green, it cannot be colorless. Okay. And ideas can never sleep. Do they? No. Okay. So, the choice of words is wrong in this sentence, so that's why this does not give birth to meaning. This is a meaningless sentence. So you can say that diction and syntax both are focusing on two different things. Okay, diction is very important. You have to be very choosy while making a sentence, and syntax is also important. Okay, but diction focuses on the choice of words, and on the other hand syntax focuses on the order and arrangement of these words in the sentence, right? Now what kind of varieties of syntax are available in English language that we want to discuss now. In English, a strong active voice sentence, when we were studying in schools, we studied active voice and passive voice. So if I talk about active voice sentence, it follows the pattern of subject, verb and object. They have the subject as the doer of the action. These sentences will follow the subject verb object format in active sentence. Okay, now you take this example of different types of syntax available. Mainly in English we have three different varieties of making sentences. Either you can make a simple sentence, or you can make a compound sentence, or you can make a complex sentence. What is a simple sentence? Simple sentence always follows the subject plus verb format. Say for example, the boy jumped, the girl sang. Okay, the boy is the subject, jumped is the verb. The girl is the subject, sang is the verb. So subject verb. This is called a simple sentence. There can be a compound sentence in English. A compound sentence has more than one subject and more than one verbs. Okay, so two different simple sentences are joined together. It makes a compound sentence. Say for example, the boy jumped. This is one sentence. The girl sang. This is another sentence. But with a conjunction and, you can join these two sentences to make a compound sentence. You can say the boy jumped and the girl sang. This is an example of a compound sentence. Take another example. I did not go to the concert. This is one sentence. I did not go to the concert. And another sentence, I went to the fair. Okay, now if you want to join this together, you can use the conjunction but, B-U-T, and join them together to make a compound sentence. I did not go to the concert, but I went to the fair. This is a compound sentence. In the same manner, we can also have third type of syntax in English, and that is complex sentence. What is a complex sentence? A complex sentence is one which has some subordinate clause. Okay, like the boy jumped even though he was nervous. Here you are giving some explanation, okay, by subordinating another clause. The boy jumped is the main clause and he was nervous is the another clause. When you are joining two different clauses, subordinating clause is joined to the main clause, it becomes a complex sentence. Because she was excited, the girl sang. This is also another example of a complex sentence. So friends, remember, in English we have three types of syntax. And what are these three types? Simple sentence, subject verb, compound sentence in which there are more than one subjects and more than one verbs, and complex sentence in which we have a subordinate clause. Now in English language the sentences can be divided into in a different category also. Like there are 4 types of simple sentences, right? Simple sentence can be further categorized in this manner. And what are these 4 types? They are declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. And I think, friends, when we are learning in schools, we have studied these 4 types. Declarative sentence is one which begins with the subject followed by verb followed by object. Interrogative sentence is one which begins with the verb followed by the subject followed by the object. So here the verb comes first. Why? Because it is a question. Say for example, he is a teacher. It is a declarative sentence, simple sentence. He is a teacher. But when you want to ask a question, it becomes an interrogative sentence. Is he a teacher? So is comes before the subject. The sentence begins with the verb. Is your verb, right? So is he a teacher? This is an interrogative sentence. In the same manner, we have imperative sentence. Remember, friends, imperative sentence always begins with the verb. Okay, say for example, close the door. So the sentence here begins with the verb close, right? Here subject is there, but the subject is hidden. What is the subject? Subject in imperative sentence is always you. Okay, so imperative sentences can be orders, can be requests, like please take your chair. When you are speaking this sentence, it is an imperative sentence. And exclamatory sentence is used when you want to express your strong emotions or strong thoughts. Okay, what a wonderful idea. When you are speaking like this, it is an exclamatory sentence. Okay, now so this is the common pattern of simple sentence, subject, verb, object. But all these 4 can have different parts of speech, right? A sentence has subject, fine, but the subject is made of parts of speech. Verb is a part of speech. Object is made of parts of speech. Say for example, this sentence, the boy has submitted the assignment. This is a sentence. Okay, here the boy is the subject, has submitted is the verb, and the assignment is the object. So the subject is made of 2 words, right? 2 words, the boy. What is the? The is a determiner. Determiner is what? Determiner is a part of speech. Boy is a noun. Okay, has submitted is the verb, and the assignment here, the word assignment is a noun and the is a determiner. So generally subject, verb, object, fine, but subject takes noun phrase, verb takes verb phrase. Phrase means a group of words. Sometimes not only one word, but the subject is made of more than one word. So we can call it a phrase. Noun phrase plus verb phrase plus noun phrase. So this pattern, there are different parts of speech which make our sentence a meaningful sentence. Now what are the parts of speech in English? We have this, we will discuss in detail in the next lecture, because this will take more than half an hour to explain the parts of speech. So but for now, let me just introduce these parts of speech. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection, right? So friends, we will discuss these parts of speech in our next lecture. But let me summarize the whole discussion by saying that syntax, what is the definition? Syntax means the grammatical rules which govern the structure, pattern, of a sentence in English language is known as syntax. What's the difference between syntax and diction? Syntax is more focusing on the arrangement of words in a sentence, and diction is equally important in English language to make meaningful sentences. Diction focuses more on the choice of words, choice of meaningful words in your sentence. Okay, there are three basic structures in English: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Simple sentence can be of four different types: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Sentence in English language is made of noun phrase, verb phrase, noun phrase, and it is made of different parts of speech which we are going to discuss in our next lecture. So friends, here we come to the end of this discussion on the definition of syntax. Friends, don't forget to share this video among your friends and classmates, and please subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, you will get the notification. Thank you very much.